To the unhinged comment section we go, where the American people speak their truest, most inner dialogue about the world. Somebody says Transformer Awareness Day should be on April's Fool's Day, not Easter Day 2024. Good God Almighty. Somebody says time to expose Ben's hypocrisy, Christ is King. So apparently saying Christ is King now is offensive to a certain group of people. I don't understand or see how that is possible because Christians have been saying that literally forever now. As a baseline, when we're speaking on politics, we're essentially telling ourselves, who can lie to me better? Who can tell me everything I want to know most convincingly? So it's rare when we see someone who speaks the truth, or at the very least speaks their mind. And when I say mind, I do mean their mind, not the propaganda machine that controls their every move. So Candace Owens was recently fired from, why am I twitching my head like that? So recently Candace Owens was fired at the Daily Wire and everybody wants to know why. But to be honest, it seems like we kind of all know why. At 34 years of age, Candace Amber Owens Farmer is an American conservative political commentator, author, activist, and television presenter. At 40 years of age, Benjamin Aaron Shapiro is an American lawyer, columnist, author, and conservative political commentator. Essentially, they're both well respected in their lanes, and they're both vocal, and people like listening to them. They both draw in huge numbers, and people have a lot of respect for them. But one of them in specific is losing respect. So it's important to know that Ben Shapiro is a huge advocate for free speech, and he thinks that people should have essentially freedom of speech to say whatever they want to say and think how they want to think, whether you agree with him or not. This has been a big deal for him.
Daily Wire has a very strong editorial position on a wide variety of issues. And by the way, I should say that, there are a lot of people who are suggesting this is about disagreements over Israel. I mean, I can safely say it is not about disagreements over Israel, to the extent that, without reference to Candace at all here, Matt Walsh has taken the position that America ought not be involved in the Middle East at all. Matt Walsh's position, so far as I understand it, and I've talked to him about it, is that Israel, in a conflict between Israel and Hamas, Israel is obviously a more moral party than the genocidal terrorist group Hamas, but also it's very far away. He doesn't care, and it doesn't involve America. That's just a pure isolationist position. I disagree with it. I think it's wrong. I think that it's short-sighted. But again, he's on our platform. That is well within the range of acceptable discourse at the Daily Wire.
Essentially, everything is fine until you say something that you're not supposed to say, which is very interesting and very telling because Ben Shapiro, like I said earlier, has always been an advocate for free speech. But wait, hold up. It's only free speech when I like what you're saying. The moment I don't care about what you're saying or don't like about what you're saying, you've got to go. You're out. We're done. It seems to me that's what's happening with Candace Owens, or that's what happened to Candace Owens. She had a different viewpoint. Ben Shapiro didn't like it, and he labeled her as something, and then she had to go. So here we have the tweet from Candace Owens. She says, Ben, we agreed not to talk about this, but you are very much going on a public tour right now, pretending not to talk about it. While you are very much talking about it, would you like me to do the same? To the unhinged comment section we go, where the American people speak their truest, most inner dialogue about the world. Somebody says Transformer Awareness Day should be on April's Fool's Day, not Easter Day 2024. Good God Almighty. Somebody says time to expose Ben's hypocrisy, Christ is King. So apparently saying Christ is King now is offensive to a certain group of people. I don't understand or see how that is possible because Christians have been saying that literally forever now. It seems like when people say things that people don't like, they will just label you as something, even if you aren't that, which I don't think can be healthy in any way, shape, or form. And by the way, there is an attack on Christianity, but that's a whole nother video that I may or may not tackle. We'll see. And apparently he got mad because Candace Owens said genocide is genocide. Somebody says on the bright side, Ben is getting absolutely roasted everywhere. Talking more isn't helping him. People are noticing he's a foreign agent who has nothing but contempt for America, which is increasingly common and an obvious theme. I think that's a bit extreme. I don't think Ben is beefing with America, but I could see how on an extreme side you might say something like that. I don't think that's the case. I mean, if I remember correctly, I know his wife is from Israel, so I'm pretty sure that has a big impact on this and on his stance. Somebody says expose the fraud. America first stands with Candace. Somebody says speak the truth, Candace. Everyone will believe you. Ridiculous to think he can go around like this and you can't tell us what actually happened. Time will tell. We're all gonna see if Candace decides to speak or not. I mean, a lot of times these companies have you sign paperwork so that you can't or cannot speak, so we'll see. Somebody says the more he talks about this, the more he's hurting the Daily Wire brand. Let him have it. Take the high road. Yeah, it's really crazy because the Daily Wire is one of those brands where they are not, well, they say they were in support of free speech, but when you see cracks, you know, when you see cracks in the armor like this, it definitely makes you raise a brow and question things. We got your back, Candace. Anywho, tell me what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think it was okay for Candace Owens to be let go because of her statements that she made about Israel, saying that basically, or she literally said, genocide is genocide and it's wrong every which way? Or not? Are you siding with Ben Shapiro and there's just certain things you cannot and shouldn't say? So I'll leave you guys with that. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.